Hi Aries, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors and Darlings. This is your WTF reading for July. This is the reading where we do clarification. So we've got beautiful decks to use for July, and we have to get your energy into the Lonely Woods. It is stunning. It's beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. We've got the Angels and Ancestors for right at the end. We're using the Green Witch Tarot, and we have got the Angel Wisdom Tarot to do the clarifying this time. So, just a couple of things. Let's take a deep breath, Jo. Get me bearings. On the 29th of June, Saturn went into retrograde and it jumped back into Aquarius. Now that's in retrograde till November, so it is going to prompt you to look at things again, to look at things with fresh eyes, to look at things in a fresh perspective. Now, there could have been things that happened that you just sort of like went, hell no, I'm not even going there. They want you to, it's gonna urge you to look again. So it's gonna have a big effect for the next few months. And then I think it's August we go back into Mercury retrograde as well, which isn't going to be helpful, but let's deal with Saturn first. So coming into July, we've got lots of movements going on, and the one movement that I'm trying to get everybody to listen to is about the 28th or the 29th of July, the Lion's Gate starts to open. So start thinking now about the manifestations that you want to put in place for yourself. Start thinking about what it is that you want as an outcome, and then start living it as if you've already got it. And when you're writing your manifestation or saying your manifestation, just say it as if it's already happened. I've got the keys to my house and I've just opened the front door and I've just had a walk around it. It's beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted. And describe what you want. If you want a 5 or 6 bedroom house and 5 bathrooms and I don't know, whatever it is you want, start talking about it. Even walk around your own property and envisage where you would put those extra bedrooms. Where would they be? You know, or if there is a property close by that really takes your fancy, visualise that property. I visualised the property that I was in. I found the property and I went, that's where I'd like to be. That's one of the properties I'd like to go to. No neighbours, absolutely perfect. And it was 18 months in the making. It's the longest 18 months of my life, but it was 18 months because I was so caught up with negativity and dealing with other things because life just gets in the way. You kind of forget that's what you want. And when it finally became mine, I'd forgotten. And it was my nephew that said, that's the house that you said that you wanted 18 months ago when we drove out here to see what properties were out here. So he had remembered that I said that's where I want to be, and I have been in this house. It's not a house actually, it's a 100-year-old cottage, and I have now been in this house for 21 years in August. So huge, mega transitional move for me, and I have been really happy here. So yes, so visualize and bring it into your vocabulary as if you've already got it. If it's a car, you want to do the same thing. Visualize the badge of the car in the center of the steering wheel. Visualize the color, the type, whatever it is that you want that car to be. And imagine that in your current car that you're driving that. You know, and the other trick that I get people to do is, if you can't visualise that, visualize somebody turning up and handing you the keys and going, there's your car, and slide into the seat. And this is all done under meditation or trance or whatever you want to do. Just slide into the seat and smell the new upholstery, smell the car as it's being valeted and cleaned coming off of the production line. So yeah, so just know that you can do all of these things and it will help. The Lion's Gate is open, fully open, on the 8th of the 8th. This year is a significant year because it's the 8th of the 8th, 2024. But when you add the 2024 together, it's an 8. So you've got the 3 8s. It is very, very significant. So just know that if there's something major that you want to manifest, start the ball rolling now. So now I've given you a bit of a lecture about all of that stuff. Let's get you an energy card. What is the energy that surrounds Aries for July 2024? Sometimes me shuffling this way doesn't work, so I might have to switch it. Oh, no, not that many. Oh, Aries, you're not usually the greedy ones. It's the water signs that get the loads dumped out. Oh. No, just 1 or 2 will do. Thank you. Energy card for Aries. Having a hissy fit, isn't it? There we go. Oh, not seen that one before. Where's me bins? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Number 14, it's a 5. Plight of the Wanderer. What have you been wondering? Are you not in a relationship and you're kind of wandering around wondering why you're not in a relationship? Are you moving from place to place? Are you having to move jobs regularly? Yeah, Plight of the Wanderer. But a 5 is a transitional card. So there may be a movement away from you wandering because you are about to, on the brink, change that about yourself. Very nice. And you know, we all do wandering at, yeah, we all do wandering at some point. I'm just about to go back into a permanent job after being on contracts for 2.5 years. I just need to be settled again, and you know, that's kind of like the essence that I've got from that. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if that egg's hot or whether it's smelly. But he looks like an old boy, doesn't he, with his wizened up hands and his walking stick and that egg, and he's looking at that egg going, oh, what's that? Eggs are indicating of new life, of new beginnings. So please hold on to that. So there could be a new beginning around whatever it is that you feel like you're wandering aimlessly about. So facing fears and taking their power back for Aries for July, please. Manifestation. Okay. Movement and journey. Very nice, that one. What can Aries do about this situation? Oh, okay. What's out of your hands? Oh, where did that not go? Oh, would you believe it stood up? I couldn't see where it had gone. That's reconnecting to your true self. Okay, wow. Straight off the bat I can see 3 aces. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Okay. So let's start with the first ace. New beginnings. Ace of Pentacles. Now this is going to be around your finances. It's going to be around how you earn your money. It's going to be around your home life. It could be a combination of all three. It could be that you're looking at your home work life balance even, but there is a new beginning around this. So you could be moving jobs, you could be moving home, perhaps that's connected. But there is a movement on your finances, and I'm getting that there may be a new investment that you're looking at that's going to be quite lucrative for you, Aries. So, you know, look at everything, look at the small print, get somebody to check it out for you. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but sometimes when we're reading things quickly, we can move over it too quickly and lose some of the meanings in contracts and things. So yeah, nice new beginning, very lucrative. The shift that you're having between jobs or between contracts is going to upgrade you. It is going to upgrade you. And it may be because of that upgrade that you are actually going to find that you're not going to be the wanderer anymore, that you are going to be settling back down. But I do get that there was a bit of wanderlust, I can't remember what it's, but it's kind of like, do you know what I've got in my head? And I don't know where this has come from, but I've got dating sites. Get off them. They're no good. They're no good. They've started up all across the world, these new come and meet and greet things in local bars and pubs. And I think it's so much better to meet and greet people face to face, because at least you get an essence of what they're like. People have faced this, and very often on dating sites you get scammers. And I have to say that's the last thing that you need at the moment after you're coming out of this mode. So, and the reason I mention scammers is because facing your fears and taking your power back, you got the 3 of Wands. Who are you waiting for? You're waiting on the dockland. Is this somebody that you're expecting to come back? And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm going to say, you know, this could be anything from 3 months to 3 years. You're just waiting for it to come round again. The other side of this is, are you waiting for somebody or something to arrive from abroad? Are you being promised loads and loads of things and it's just not happening? Lovely, you've got 2 choices here. Stop waiting. Stop waiting and take another look. Do a bit of research. Do you need to jump on that ship and go and get what it is that you want? Or should you cut your losses and just run? Now, this cycle is coming to a close. And what I'm going to say is that you've got facing your fears, you've got your intermediate, and then this card here is taking your power back. So, 3 of Wands, waiting around. The Wheel of Fortune 10, it's a completion. It's a completion of this cycle. A new cycle is about to begin. So I do think that you are really fed up with waiting around. Full of the Eastern Promise is what I'm getting. I don't know what that means. It must mean something to somebody. The cycle is coming to a close. You're fed up. You're not going to be waiting around any longer. However, I do get the essence that instead of just giving up, you may go into communication mode. You may go into this mode that although you're feeling a little bit defensive, that, hold on a second, I want this to happen. I want it to happen quickly. So you may really push the button and push the boat out and just go and do what it is that you need to do in order to make this new cycle come in and work for you. Wow. Okay. Eights are my communication cards. This is wands. This is fire, your fire. This is passion and desire. This is putting out there really quickly what it is that you want as an outcome. Going back to the manifestations again. So in your manifesting your wish fulfillment and why it may be fucked, and it is a bit fucked, darlings. You've got 15. It is nature. So it's a number 6. It's about recognizing your wants and needs and working on those things. But you are sitting there and you're trapping yourself into believing something, believing that you can't move on from where you are. And that bear's looking at you going, oh, hell no, I'm not putting my foot in that trap. I'm off. I'm dancing with the wood nymphs. And there's the wood nymphs. There's all the lovely little glowworms lighting everything up. So with your manifestation, I think one of the main things that you need to do is come out of that lack mode. Come out of the mode that you can't release yourself from the cycle you found yourself in, because it is coming to a close. So what you now need to be doing is visualizing yourself releasing that trap and letting yourself go, and just letting your hair down, basically. Go and do those things that you like to do. Go and dance with the wood nymphs. Go out and meet people. Go to nightclubs. Go to pubs. Go to wine bars. Whatever it takes for you to meet other people, go and do it. But I do get the essence that this trapping has been around, this waiting around for whatever it is. Now, if you have met somebody abroad and they keep making promises of coming over and you're sending them money, stop it. Stop sending the money. Do not do it any longer, because it is a scam, okay? And I know people don't want to hear that. And I know at this point people are going to be switching the thing off. I don't want to hear this shit. My fiance's not a scam. We're engaged. But if you've never met them, if they've never turned up, and I don't care how long it is, 3 months or 3 years, you're flogging a dead horse. The other thing is, if this is somebody that you're waiting for to come back to you, and I get that there was a strong attraction and a strong magnetic pull to this person, but I don't necessarily get the feeling that there may have been a face-to-face meeting between you. It may have just been photographs, possibly texting, possibly emailing. But if that's what you're waiting for, you're going to release yourself to be able to go and seek out what it is that you want to know. And the reason I'm saying that is because on your movement and journey, you have got the 2 of Wands. This is my quest card. You're going out on a quest. There's something you want the answer to, and it means you have got to leave your comfort zone, which is that waiting around. You've got to leave the fantasy that you've built around yourself, that passion and desire that you think that this is going to bring into you. But you need the answer, will it? Will it? So you will be leaving your comfort zone, in as much as you may just need to take the bull by the horns and go and seek out what it is that you need to know around this situation. Now, you know I don't do love readings, but if it comes up in the reading, I have to say it as it is. And I do get that for some of you, you've been holding on to a promise that is just never going to happen. And some of you have been holding on to a connection that had far-reaching effects on you, much more than it should have done in essence, because I feel that this may have been a soulmate that you kind of bounced off of each other very quickly, I'm going to say. I don't get the essence that this was elongated very long, anything like that. I just get the feeling that in order to be able to switch off this trapping yourself into the fantasy, that you need to see if this is going to happen in reality. You know, when you first see this person, is it the heartbeat thudding? Is it, or is it really calm and serene and you just feel at home with this person? Either or is fine, but you need to know the answer. You need to know the answer, and that is going to be your movement and journey throughout July. You are going to get this itch to go and seek out what it is that you need to know. What can you do about this situation? I guess what they're saying to you with the King of Pentacles. Now, he is the father figure. He's the CEO, the director. He's got money and time and energy to invest in other people. And what they're trying to say to you is be as wise as the King of Pentacles in your investment. You know, make sure that the investment that you make, whether it is business or whether it is personal, it is a good investment, a long-term investment. This guy isn't the type of person, male or female, I have to say. Don't start shouting at me. It's energy, not sexuality. This guy likes to be settled. This guy is one of those that will, you know, he'll stay in the same job for donkey's years. He will reinvest in people and in ideas and all of that sort of stuff. But make sure that that investment is productive for you. Make sure that investment, if it is around a relationship, if it is this Two of Wands, this questing, when you go out to quest it, make sure that it is going to be beneficial to you in the long term. Don't knee jerk. Take your time. Like I said, read what's on the label. What is it offering you? What is it going to bring to you as a person? You know, the other person is going to be looking at what you're going to bring to them, and you're going to be looking at what they bring to you. Neither of you should be parting with a chalice. You know, it's the overspill of the chalices that, you know, our chalices are what we put our hopes, our dreams, our thoughts, our feelings, our affirmations, manifestations, love, joy, happiness, all goes into our own little chalices. And you shouldn't be there just shoving a chalice into somebody's face going, here, I have my chalice. You should be looking at the overspill to nurture the two of you from both of your cups, to get the flow going. So when you get the King in this position saying, what can you do about this? Step into that energy, that knowledgeable energy that you've made investments before that have worked out. You know the difference between good, bad or indifferent. And I do get for some of you that it's bad. It's a bad choice to jump on that ship or a plane or whatever mode of transport it is to go and seek this person out. However, I do also get that for some of you, that this person may not even live very far from you. They may not be abroad. They may be with the Earth, the King of Earth or the King of Pentacles coming in. They may well be in close proximity to you, because he's very settled. He is not, you know, there's been this wandering, and you know, I'm getting wandering aimlessly, and it could be that you've just been going on day after day after day, and not getting what it is that you want, but your brain is always going back to the person that you're questing about. And I do get that this waiting around, this cycle coming to a close, I do get that you've realised that the waiting's futile, to be honest. Especially for the ones that are waiting for somebody who may be promising to come in from abroad, and you're sending money to them, and nothing happens. There's always an excuse. So what's out of your hands? What is the universe helping you with? Four of Chalices. Look at this card. There is somebody at the door with a chalice, with an offer. Maybe an apology, maybe an offer of love. Who knows? I do get that if this is you, this offer you're a bit indifferent about. That's why the door's not fully open. You're a bit indifferent about it. If it's the other person we're talking about, they may feel a little bit standoffish to you. You may be going, look, I've got this chalice for you. And they're like, oh, really? Because I get that this other person has heard empty promises, empty words, empty chalices before, and they've been expected to do the filling up, and they're just not having none of it. Not having none of it. So just know, if you are going to search this person out, if you're going to make that move, that you've really got to think about what it is that you can bring together for each other. And don't be put off by their indifference, because, you know, this person has been burnt before, and this is why they're indifferent about it. But if this is you being indifferent, if this is you kind of like, oh, hell no, I'm not up for that chalice, then you need to be honest. You need to be saying to the other person, I'm really not up for this. I'm not feeling, whatever it is that you're not feeling, just don't put yourself into the position where you've got to acknowledge that that's there. If it's an apology, somebody's coming in with an apology, listen to what they've got to say. There's, you know, there is nothing wrong in listening. Doesn't mean you've got to accept it. Doesn't mean you've got to have them back in your life. Doesn't mean anything at all. You've just listened. And because you've listened to what they're saying, you have the opportunity to release both of you from what's stirred up in the past. So reconnecting to your true self, Ace of Affirmations, drawing down that energy from the universe and watching your seeds go off and grow. Now, dandelions are very special little flowers. They really are. And I'm going to say the term flowers because I don't see them as a weed. They're what our bees go to the first instance that the queen bee comes out of hibernation. That's her first food. It is the only plant on the planet that will depict the sun, the moon and the stars all in one flower. And I don't know if you remember, when we were kids, we used to call it the wish flower. So you couldn't pick the dandelion when it was in flower because you'd wet the bed, because that's what your mum told you. But then you didn't take any notice because it didn't look like the flower anymore. So you used to pick the dandelion. You used to either use it as a clock or use it as making a wish. And then you'd blow on it to see how many months or years that it would take for that wish to come in. So this energy is new energy for you. It's new. It's cutting things out that no longer serve you and freeing yourself up to allow the room for those seeds to grow. Then in comes the Page of Pentacles. What is it that you're embarking on? What is it that you're learning? Going back over something. You've got a really well equipped toolkit, but there may be some bits of kit. There may be a different way of doing things that you are now discovering, and you are feeling like a little bit of an apprentice again. Maybe somebody's demonstrating something to you that is going to make your life a lot easier. So, my darlings, your outcome is the Four of Pentacles. listen, you're holding on to your pentacles. You could be saving for something, but you could just have had this sudden wake up call. Hold on a minute. This person at the door's been giving me all these promises and nothing's happened. They've basically not just drained you financially, but they've drained you emotionally and mentally as well. And now that last bit of pentacle that you've got left, you're holding on to. You're holding on to that for dear life, and thank goodness you are. Do not open that door to that person. Do not let them in. This is not the miser's card. This is the protection card. This is self-preservation. So also, are you holding on to some emotions around this situation from the past that you should have long since released? Just saying. So what's hidden from you, what's just out of you, is the Ace of Wands. This is your ace. This is passion and desire and projects and plans and people and all of that nice stuff that you can get your teeth into, Aries. The sky is parting, the sun is beginning to shine and is ripening off these beautiful cherries that are going to be really sweet to taste. Sorry, Aries, I had to go and check something out. You don't very often hear a car alarm going off in this part of where I live, basically. It's very unusual, and it was going off like mad, but I don't think it was my car, so I couldn't see anything around it. Okay, so let's do a clarification for what started your WTF for July, and that is the Ace of Pentacles for Aries, please. Have a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. King of Water. So new beginnings, don't forget what we said. Trustworthy, honourable, devoted and cautious. Someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, seeing a counsellor. So whatever this new beginning is for you, you may, I hate the word counsellor because you could be talking to somebody that you know well, about what's going on around you. The King of Water is going to be Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer. Now these people, like I said over here, they will sit at a table with you. They will eat and drink and raise a glass to you. But they very rarely are open about their feelings because they just don't want to get hurt. They know what it's like to be hurt, and they don't want to hurt anybody else by saying the wrong thing. So just be aware that this new beginning around how you make your pentacles, how you make, you know, your career work for you, where you live, all of that, that could be enhanced quite significantly if you took on the ability to be able to open up how you're feeling, Aries. I do get that maybe that's what you would like in your life rather than it being in your life. I think that that's the realisation, that's what you want as a person around you. Okay. So facing your fears and taking your power back, you have got the Queen of Earth. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Generous, practical, gracious, materialistic, the ability to make anything more beautiful. A love of family and home. Be practical about how you proceed. A love of art and beauty, a sensible approach. Now, for me, she is the Earth Mother as well. So she brings along with her love and comfort. She will make a home for any male or female. She's the King of Pentacles counterpart. So she's also invested in making things work, in making things better. So just know, again, I'm going to go through it, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So just know that when you're making this decision about waiting around, you are now going to have to weigh up the pros and the cons. You are now going to have to see, is this what you want? Do you want the love and comfort? Do you want the cornucopia? Do you want the investment into the creative part of you? You know, the creative bit where you're creating a relationship. You're creating the next step for yourself, because that's what she is all about. So the manifestation and wish fulfillment, which is nature. Have a clarifier, please. I don't want to give one. Oh, the Hermit. Okay. Yeah. So the plight of the wanderer, and in comes the Hermit around your manifestation. Time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. Shine your light as an example to others. Seek out or become a spiritual mentor. Self-discovery. Now, I'm going to say that you've tried to shine your light, but because you've been holding yourself back and you have been in hermit mode, you know, you've kind of like wanted to do something, but the time's never been right. And when you get the Hermit, or in my other deck, he comes out as the Holly King, it is now time. They are seen as Father Time. It's time to let that light shine. It is time to see your worth. It is time for you to understand that you're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And for those of you that don't believe in that hogwash, and there's going to be some of you out there that doesn't, I don't believe in anything, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. What the hell are you doing on my channel if that's the case? That's the only question I've got. But other than that, if you don't believe in anything, just believe in that you can ground yourself, you can move yourself in and out of what it is that you dictate for yourself. You do not have to stay in one place. So movement and journey, the Two of Wands. Oh, ego. Okay. So I do get that this is probably the same as, it is the same as nature. The illusion of being trapped. Exactly. Accept responsibility for your situation, then make choices that support your path to happiness. Addictions or unhealthy habits. So you are literally taking it on board that the timing is right now, and you are going to shift this into reality, and then you're going to do this quest, this questioning. Should I be there? Should I go there? All of that sort of stuff. The King of Pentacles as to what they can do with this situation. Now, the King of Pentacles, I think I forgot to say it. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, because I read that as your energy, because I've got the distinct impression it could mean that you've got a predominant earth sign within your chart. So it would be your rising sign, your moon sign, or your north node, or perhaps in one of the houses, you've got a very strong presence of an earth sign, and it'd be quite a high percentage. High Priestess. Wow. Meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust your wisdom to receive. Now, I have to say, when I read the High Priestess in the other deck, this is how I would read her. She is highly intelligent, highly intuitive, highly protected. And male or female, I don't care, it's an energy. She knows what to add and when to add it. She knows when the time is right in what she needs to do. She uses her intuition. She doesn't use recipe books. She doesn't use anybody's thoughts, feelings, nothing. She goes by her own gut feeling. Now, I have to say that with the King, there is a very strong presence, and then being clarified by the High Priest that you really do need to listen to your gut feeling, and you will work out when the time is right. I don't want that card putting you off, because it's already saying to you, you need to quest this, you need to go out and do this. But what it's giving you is some advice to touch base with yourself, get to know yourself better. Yeah, on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sensual, you know, all levels. You need to know who you are and what it is that you're searching for and what it is that you're investing in. Four of Chalices. What's out of Aries' hands? Oh. Being your good self. So we've got one that flipped. I'll go to that in a minute. Seven of Swords. Now, you know I read these as options, choices and blessings. And this says a loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' action. Material loss. So this could be connected to this waiting around. This scammer that I picked up on, this person that you've been funding to come here and they're just not doing it. Make sure you are being honest with yourself and no embarrassing secrets. Now, I don't get an essence of that. I get that it's time for you to cut and run. That's what I got. Cut and run. It's no good for you. Oh. Now, this is out of your hands because the universe is trying to get that actioned by you so they can bring this in. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. So that could be the person that you have had this fantasy about. Forgiveness and ending of challenges. Exchanging of gifts. Don't give up on the people you love. So don't give up on the hope that this person you're questing after, the one that you've been fantasizing about, don't give up the hope that this could be it for you. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've got the Magician, and I know a lot of people see a different star sign, but I see this as you. You are the master manifester. Even out of all the fire signs, you are the master manifester. You know, I don't care who you are, what flavour you come in. You are the master manifester out of all of the star signs. But here you are as the Magician. You've got the wand in your hand. You've got this lovely book with the rainbow magic dust all over it and a feather. You've got coloured roses. You've got lilies. You've got the affinity sign above your head and a halo, no less. And it says, magic is alive in your life. What you need to be a success will manifest. What you need to be a success will manifest. Yes, I did read that right. If you believe it, you can do it. Literally, if you want to reach out to this person, and the universe are going to push you to do it. And that's why they were kind of warning you that this person may be a bit aloof. They may be a little bit, oh, really? What now? You know, it's going to be that kind of initial meeting, initial kind of look at. So it may feel like the Seven of Swords, and you may want to cut and run on this, but that's not the message. The message is cut and run about the waiting around. Go out on your quest and make sure that there are no secrets held back, and that you are heading towards the right direction, and that is not by waiting around over here. But as the Magician, you have the absolute ability to manifest this person or this scenario into your life. So reconnecting to your true self, you've got the Ace of Pentacles has come out again. A windfall of abundance, we've already spoken about this. Wise counsel, a good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. Could I have got that any more right? You've got it twice. It's gonna help you reconnect to yourself, because I do get that you have been privy and you have been used to a certain lifestyle that maybe you've had to pull back on for some reason. Maybe it was to do with supplying money to this creature over here. Maybe not. Maybe it could have been the tail end of the lockdowns. Maybe it could have been that your industry was just struggling to get back on its feet. But no longer. I do get the essence that financially you are going to be very stable. And look at that bloody house. The size of that. Who wants to clean a house that size? Honestly. Well, I suppose if you've got a house that size, you have people doing it for you, but okay. Four of Pentacles. Can I have a clarifier, please? I have a clarifier for the Four of Pentacles for Aries, please, for July. Thank you. Oh, look. Oh, Aries, for frick's sake. You've got the Three of Fire again, the Three of Wands. Planning for a long term, abundance from past choices, pride in success of your labours. Be patient as you decide what's next. What's next is you need to stop waiting around. You really do. You need to let that cycle come to a close, because any investments that you've made, like the seeds going off and being sown, where was it? That was the Ace over there. You will still see them come to fruition no matter what, because you've got this card on top of it. But yeah, it is about not waiting for the ship to come in. It's about going and doing whatever you need to do. But if this is a person, please err on the side of caution, because I did get given rather a nasty feeling about that. Seven of Fire. Now, all the sevens for me are options, choices and blessings. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but choose your battles wisely. Now, when I see the Seven, I see you putting yourself at unnecessary risk, okay? There's no need to put yourself at risk. Make sure, like it says, choose your battles wisely. Any choices that you have got to make, think them through carefully. So at the bottom of this deck, just to finish off, you have the Two of Earth, working too hard or multiple jobs. The need to bring back balance and fun into your life. Juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. You will be bringing yourself back into balance, but you need to stop waiting around. It's as simple as that. So, oh, thank you. That came out really quick. I have some knowledge, wisdom and guidance for Aries, please. Anything else? Yes. I like it when they come out that quick. So you have Air Guardian, shift your perception. We'd already said that somewhere and I can't remember where it was. That you're going to shift your perception around something. The Sun, oh wow. Enjoy success and happiness. Honestly, by the end of July, you're going to, I'm not going to say that it's going to be completely successful by the end of July, but you're going to feel so different, so much better about everything. You know, the Sun signifies massive growth, massive moves forward. The Sun is shining, there's growth. You know, and when the Sun's really happy and it's out and it's shining really properly, that the Earth's happy because the Earth needs the Sun. And if you're pagan, you'll know what that is because you've got Mother Earth and you have got Father Sun. So the two planets together bring in both male and female, but they also bring in that one cannot survive without the other. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Aries, like I've got to even tell you that, lovely. I haven't. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. If you have not had the chance to touch on anything spiritual, now, Aries, do not get angry with me because spirituality has got fuck all to do with religion. Nothing. Your spiritual experience is your experience. You may have heard things, felt things, smelt things, seen things. You may get a real buzz from one of your hobbies or one of the things that you do. That's all spiritual experience that we accumulate. You know, that buzz when your football team wins, or that buzz when something goes really right, like an interview goes really well and you walk around and go, yeah. I've got it. I've got that. It's mine. Do you know, it's that kind of feeling. That is you having a spiritual experience because it's lifting you up. And those things that drag, you would not know that you've been lifted up if you hadn't have been dragged down before. So it's the balance between the two. And not approaching anything in lack. Always approach things as if you've already got it. Knight, be brave and honest. You do not have to be brave and honest to anybody else except yourselves. Guardian angel, you are not alone. There are spirits and guides and gatekeepers that walk beside you all of your life, whether you're willing to accept that or believe that, that's entirely up to you. But that little shadow that you catch out of the corner of your eye, and when you turn around there's nothing there, that's what we're talking about. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Absolutely, you've got a lot of earth in the reading, and I do get with earth, when you get like the king, the queen and all of that coming out, that's about sensible decisions. It's about decisions that is rooted, that decisions that are made that are really balanced. And then lastly but not least, I'm not surprised by this, you've got Hunter. Track down your fears and desires, and I do get that that is related to your Two of Wands, where you want to go out and do this quest. Do not be fearful of the outcome, because I think that outcome is going to be positive and it's going to set you on a road in July that you have wanted to be in for some time. Aries, that is your reading for July. Lovelies, please like, share and subscribe for me. Wherever you are in the world, please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.